What's up, y'all? It's your boy Detroit Rage coming to you again. My last video only got a few looks at. It was actually my very first video ever, so I'm not really too upset. So, because it was just more of a rant video. It was about Stafford's release, or not Stafford's release. Stafford wanting to be traded. So, I'm taking a page from one of my favorite YouTubers. There goes Mobby. I'm going to keep everything pretty simple, man. I like all of the YouTubers that show Detroit content. I get my inspiration from a lot of you guys, and I want to say thank you to Derek P. Fields for influencing me in the getting, at least throwing a video from the beginning. And Micro Mike, I want to say thank you to Micro Mike. You guys are one of the main reasons why, I even want to have a YouTube channel. Now I'm not a professional at this. I don't have equipment everywhere. Mobby, he's got his old rapping microphone. That shit look dope as fuck. But a lot of guys got their own little setup and everything. Me, I'm just a guy with a cell phone. So I'm just gonna keep things basic, keep things pretty cool. I don't have a trusty notebook. I don't have stat sheets, anything. So everything that I'm talking to you guys, man, I'm talking to you guys practically just as a old fan. You guys can see all my gray hairs, bro. I'm older than shit. So, man, just to be honest with you, I've been a fan for a very long time. Ever since I knew how to play football or learn the rules, anything. I've always been a fan of all Detroit sports. So, because I live right here, man, I live legit a couple blocks away from the old Tiger Stadium. So, I'm in the heart of the city. So, I bleed everything that's Detroit. So, I just I wanted to make this video to cover what life would be like without Matthew Stafford and how is it going to pan out. Not really pan out, because I made a prediction, right? I made a prediction at the beginning of the season that the Lions will only win 5 games and lose 11 of them. And I also predicted that the Lions would be firing Matt Patricia and Bob Quinn. I also predicted that Matthew Stafford would leave the Detroit Lions. A lot of people might say this, they might have seen this coming. I actually called it out. And not only I called it out, I stayed vigilant on reminding everybody that this was going to happen week by week. Now, the whole Stafford thing was just honestly, it was just me throwing out the absolute worst case scenario if the house felt, lit on fire and I slipped on ice on the way out and broke my neck. That's pretty much, you know what I mean? So, when it came down to it, man, the house caught on fire, so it pains me to say it, man, but the Detroit Lions do not know how to run a football team. As much as the fans think they know football, this ain't John Madden, bro. You can't, you can't just, draft a quarterback and make shit all the way better. A lot of you will sit there and try to, state claims that, KC did this, and whatnot. When, Kelsey and Tyreek Hill was already there. They was helping out Alex Smith. But we all know, if we legit watch football and remember these seasons as they go by, we can pretty much remember everything that happened, to the Kansas City Chiefs when they would go on those fantastic runs, 7-0, 10-0, and then like lose the rest of them, and then just be out early in the playoffs. So excuse me, sorry, trying to get my Dutch together. It's another thing I took from Mobby. I took my ideas. Well, it wasn't my idea; it was your idea, because you was doing this before me. So, but I'm older nigga, so it don't matter. So, anyways, life without Stafford, man. Back to what I was saying. I'm just gonna let you know, man. For those of you who wanted this man gone so badly, you're gonna be in Jubilee at first until game one. Game one is gonna hit, my nigga, and you're not gonna move the ball. You're gonna still have the same problems moving the ball on the ground. And now you're gonna have a quarterback who's incapable of moving the ball in the air when the entire defense knows he's gonna throw. So if you thought Stafford made bad choices before, wait till you get a load of this new guy. Maybe Blau, maybe Daniels, whoever the fuck, they're still going to have the same problems. They're going to be pre-existing conditions. So, then you're going to have to deal with the issue of not only not being able to throw the ball because the quarterback is not going to be as good, right? You're going to have the issue of not being able to throw the ball because you don't have a fucking wide receiver to throw it to. So let's cover those fucking issues. From what I know so far, we're not going to be re-signing Galladay because we haven't heard a drop about it at all. We're not going to re-sign Galladay. We're not going to get Marvin Jones. We're definitely not keeping Danny Amendola. So the only one we literally have on contract is Cephas. So we're going to have a young Cephas, and we're going to have a stud in TJ Hawkinson. So this next guy that comes in better be Tom Brady reincarnated. But everybody wants a mobile quarterback. Everybody wants Deshaun Watson, and we can't afford him. We're going to be taking a almost $20 million cap hit, trading Stafford off. We lose Everson Griffin. We lose AP. AP's not going to stick around. Not for a rebuild. You already said it. So whatever thoughts you guys might have had, just chalk those up. So that leaves you with 5 draft picks plus whatever you get for Stafford. Hopefully is a first and a third, or a first and an active player that's not like shit. Somebody we can put in our system and plug and play immediately. Just on the offensive side of the ball, the people that we're going to be missing is troubling to think about. On the defensive side, we have so many apparent holes that honestly, man, where do you begin? Honestly, where do you begin? I'll be surprised, okay? I'll be surprised if we win 2 games next season. I can't be any more honest than that. I'll be really surprised if we win more than 2 games next season. But with that, like I said, next season is going to be painful. It's going to hurt, bro. It's going to hurt to watch. It's going to hurt to endure. The best bet is, if you're a Stafford fan, go buy you a jersey, whatever team he goes to, watch him get a ring. Because that's what's going to happen. That boy going to go the Patriots get him, they might not get a ring, but he'll definitely get 2 playoff wins next year, and all that bullshit about this, that, and the third go out the window. If he goes to Dallas, he'll win the division for sure. Him, Zeke, and he's got wide receivers there. And if he has to play a hurry up offense, man, like quick routes, he can do that. Play with a bad O-line, he can do that. He can do that. The only good thing is he'll have a dog ass fucking running back to help him out. Something he ain't had. So if he goes to Washington, they have a fucking defense. They have a defense that can just bail him out of anything. Like, honest to goodness, he has options. If he goes to Indy, they have the run game, have the defense. And all they got to do is just worry about getting a receiver in the draft, help him out. I mean, they don't have, like, the worst receivers in the world, but they're not the best. But Stafford's always made the best out of just valuable options, to be honest with you. Ever since Calvin Johnson left, everybody said that he was just going to get worse. When he just got better, he got better. Didn't have to just constantly feed one person's ego to, like, get all the big dick catches and shit. And you know what I mean? So, like, it's going to be, like, it already feels almost unrecognizable outside. If you go out there and you wonder about Detroit sports, like, Blake Griffin can't dunk no more. Dog went to a dunk contest. Can't even dunk no more. I ain't seen him dunk all year. And I mean, like, the season's young, but God damn, man, you ain't dunked yet? Like, that guy ain't right, man. He's, and the Tigers, I don't even know which way they're going. Like, to be honest with you, like, I quit following them. I quit following them in 2012 when they lost the World Series. I look at a game here and there. I still see Miguel Cabrera on the damn roster and how much money they're paying this man. Staple. But when do these Titans get to go? You know what I mean? Like, when do we say, hey, man, you've been here long enough? You know? Like, there has to be a point. And maybe this is that point for Matt Stafford. You know what I mean? Yeah, maybe this is that point, you know? Because we understand, yeah, you know, as a franchise, we didn't do enough to put the pieces behind him to be successful. You know what I mean? This isn't basketball where it's 5-on-5. You know what I mean? And you play both sides of the court, defense and offense, where he has an opportunity in case he throws a fucking pass and somebody fucking steals it. You know what I mean? He can go back and block the shot in case the guy tries to get off. He doesn't get that option here. He doesn't get to play defense. You know what I mean? So, football is very brutal to the players. Not only they take massive physical punishment, but the fans are especially brutal to the players. For some reason, because this man was a number one pick overall, he was held at a different standard than the other quarterback that everybody swore that should have been picked that year. And I'll tell you who that quarterback is. Because I don't know if you guys even were around for the draft or even remember the draft. But Mark Sanchez was the other quarterback that we could have chose. Now I want you to consider this. Knowing what you know today, would you have made that choice over Matt Stafford? I'm all ears. I'll take it as a no. You would not take butt fumble over Matt Stafford. But this next year, that's when you guys are really, really going to see. And I can't wait, man. Honestly, I can't wait. You're going to really see what it's like. Life without Stafford. Hope you boys are ready. Because it's going to be a wild ride, man. It's going to be a wild ride. It's going to be losses after losses after losses. And I'm not looking forward to it. I told myself, I told Derek P too. I told him, I said, listen, I said, Matt Stafford leaves, I'm done. I'm done. Because for the longest time, man, I remember when this team only needed a quarterback. That's all they needed. Instead, we got Mitchell, Detmer, Kitna, Jesus, Harrington, Batch. Fuck. We picked up San Francisco's leftovers and Garcia. We had a declining Culpepper, Orlovsky, who ran out the back of the end zone. And when you finally get an honest to goodness fucking stud, you just treat them like shit, you know? But you know what they say. You never know what you got until it's gone. Oh yeah. You're gonna have plenty of time to think about it too. I'll tell you why. Because you're not gonna win. The Lions aren't gonna win more than 2 games next year. If they do, I'll be super surprised, especially rebuilding. You're not going to win more than 2. There's no kneecaps you're going to be biting. Not a single one. There's a lot of dick you're going to be sucking. A whole bunch of it. A whole bunch of it. So, there's no kneecap biting. Let's just get this straight. A lot of division sucking. Certain. Another thing. Your running back is going to be seen as the outlet, and you're going to get DeAndre Swift hurt because you can't get any air yards because you're missing a quarterback, and then you're going to be missing your wide receivers. And I think I already covered this. Man, I feel like I already covered this. Man, yeah, just ride out with that 2022 number 1 overall, man. Like, the best bet I can give you, number 1 overall 2022. Make sure you pick the right one. He don't butt fumble. He don't do no crazy shit that's going to put Detroit on the map, like for ass eating in a parking lot or some shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, for real. Like, things need to be different, and honestly, man, I don't see it with this regime here. They can have all the optimism they want. They let a guy that is honestly made from a different cloth, made from a different cloth. They let him walk because they wouldn't give him his own OC. You know, sometimes, man, if you already don't know how to do shit, you need to let the man that's winning you some games call a shot, maybe. For once, you know. Peyton Manning got to do it, called his own audibles and shit. This man ain't even asking for that. You know, he just wants to keep a fucking offensive coordinator that he's comfortable with. But, you know, you can't really force, you know, anything. You know, like this is a grimy business. Grimy, you know. A lot of people want to fault him for not making Pro Bowls and this and that and the third, you know. And to tell you the truth, man, listen, Mitchell Trubisky, I think it was what was the season when second season when Khalil Mack went over there and he made the Pro Bowl. You look at their season stats. I think Trubisky had less yards by like 140 something yards, had 140 something less yards, had 2 more interceptions, and the same amount of touchdowns as Matt Stafford did that year, and Matt Stafford was injured. Yet Trubisky played healthy throughout. Yet Trubisky got to go to the Pro Bowl. The Pro Bowl is not a solidified, legitimate all-star game. They might use it as a reference to go and like maybe give you a gold jacket by, but guess what does that too? Stats. And he has those. He has plenty of them. And anything you guys got to say against the stats, like maybe garbage time or anything like that, he also has the most come from behind wins from the time he started his career until now. No other quarterback in that stint of time has more than him. So I mean, it is what it is, man. You guys can, you know, sit and look at, you know, interception he had or whatever, you know, and you know, try to like fine tooth comb this man. You know, you could also put the shoes on the other feet, man, and fine tooth comb reasons, man, why he was fucked out of so many fucking opportunities. Like Megatron not going down on that Seattle game and forcing like, you know, to try to go over the goal. Like we still had some time left. You know, like we could have made another play. But no, the ball got punched in the end, peanut punched into the end zone, and then it got batted out, and then all of a sudden shit didn't work out right. And the one time when he did have a good ass defense, you know, we all seen what happened in Jerry's world. The flag went out, got picked up, you know, and it's just consistently over and over again of just a series of unfortunate events, like Lemony Snickets, you know. I mean, it's sad, you know, but honestly, man, getting rid of him did you no favors. You gained nothing from it except for guaranteed few years of just more suffering. And hey, man, you know, my father died a Lions fan without a ring. I might as well just be a man about mine and just accept the fact that I'll probably be the same, you know. I'm sure that I'll die a Lions fan and we still won't get a ring. I'm okay with that, man. Honestly, it sucks, but all we can do is just follow the people that we like, man, and to other teams and see if they have success, man. Like, what else can we do as Lions fans? Man, this is my sad ass little video, man, and I'm sorry for it, but it is what it is. My brothers, my name is Detroit Rage. Thank you, and I'm out.